how are you?
Okay. You can make a video for what happened.
To bury them today. Marietta's coming soon to dig the hole.
Where?
Over by my area.
Where?
I haven't decided yet. I think probably by my gate is what I'm gonna request.
You can like it?
Yeah, because we'll plant a tree.
Wow, that's good.
And it's one of those trees that's actually like really tied to chaos and pain, and Dolore, the twin, means pain. And it's from Egyptian times actually. And it's a really beautiful tree that like grows over, kind of like an umbrella. It's really pretty.
Okay.
See them in Africa a lot.
Oh, SK, yeah, I know them.
Yeah. I think it'll be nice to sit there and think about them. It's just so wild. And so much of this year was built around chaos. Like I've been here.
In your life? Yeah.
Yeah, I've been here waiting for him to be born, making my plans around his birth, thinking about my future, of like houses that I would buy that would have room for him. And it still could be with other horses, but it's just interesting how he brought me to this moment for some reason.
What's your feeling about that?
I mean, the name being as powerful as it is, it's like he was always meant to make chaos. Like his birth is what initially was designed to save Ladybug's life. That experience was just like so powerful, of having that with him, rescuing Ladybug and the other horses, and it kept me here, and I've grown in so many ways and moved through so much shadow work and so much chaos. Like we always say, like, there's so much chaos here. But it's also very, very healing. Like I had the opportunity to look at myself in ways that I wouldn't if I was just like sitting in meditation and in light and love only. So I think he was meant to heal me in a lot of ways like that. But I wish that he could have also had his alive life here.
You try to connect with his energy?
Not yet. I think that the grief is like just still too heavy. But,
It's okay.
and then I get angry that we missed it. Can't imagine that with how much technology we have, that this is the only way.
I understand that, but also in nature, if you were not there, it also would happen like that.
Yeah.
So that's also her cycle in a way.
It was. And it's so...
And she continues also.
That's exactly
It's
it.
amazing to see also in a way, huh?
Yeah.
Just go home, it's nature.
It's like really so nice to see her as her again. Like for the past few months, like I've been afraid of her and like not sure how to connect with her because she was trying to tell us something. So unexpected.
Yes. I will leave you with your video.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. This is not a video that This is not a video that I want to be making. Maybe I'm not ready. I'm going to tell you the story of Chaos and Dolore. So, if you're new here, this is all going to be new. If you've been here for a while, then you probably know some of this story, but I think it'll be nice to reflect on it in memory of Chaos and Dolore. At the end, I'll tell you what happened. So when I got here to this farm in Italy in April, I was only planning to stay maybe a few days, maybe a month, and I ended up staying the full time because some people had come by the day that I was planning to leave. After like the second or third day, some people had come by with their van and we really bonded. And so I stayed the whole month because I just love them, and then I started loving the farm. My nervous system started regulating, and I left to Austria to go see a friend, and there was this divine intervention thing that happened after I dropped my friend off at the airport after a week in Austria together. My van had broken down on the side of the road, and as soon as the tow truck came, I lost my keys and they couldn't get me. And then in that moment, I accepted help from the farm owners, and one of them came to my rescue. And then no one could figure out how to fix my van in Austria somehow. And so I ended up towing my van back here. And that was all. It felt very divine. It felt like I was meant to come back. It already felt like I wasn't meant to leave, because before going to Austria, my doors were falling off the hinges, my van was flooding. Like, there were all these things that just felt like, not just my van, but like my guides wanted me to stay here. And so then I started settling into being here in my broken down van, and I had immediately fallen in love with Ladybug. One of those first 3 days that I was here, she was staying right next to the van area, and she would, you know, come stick her head over right where my van is and look at me like, "Hey, who are you? Like, do you want to come over here?" And I would just hold her giant face, and I just fell in love with her. Like, there was something so powerful about her. By the way, that's Ladybug. And when I got back from Austria, I was told that she was maybe going to be sent to the meat slaughter because she couldn't get pregnant, and getting pregnant was the deal to buy her time with her owner. Her owner is a guy who's currently in prison, who had 6 or 7 horses here. 7 horses. I ended up rescuing 6 of them with you guys, including Ladybug. And so that's what happened there. Is I started a fundraiser because I heard that news, and I told you guys the story of Ladybug. I told you how Ladybug had an insect-borne illness like I did, and I had Lyme disease. It was like the biggest catalyst of my awakening, of me figuring out who I am. And just because there's leftover symptoms of Lyme disease, it doesn't make me any less capable, any less worthy, any less whatever. And it's how I feel about Ladybug too. She has this condition called wobblers, which is potentially a leftover result of West Nile, that insect-borne illness, usually mosquitoes. And so her and I bonded on so many levels, but also on our health. And so when I told you the story about, also sorry for the dogs, I'm just gonna walk all the way down here, so it might continue for a while. When I told you the story about Ladybug and posted that GoFundMe, we raised like double what I was needing for her within 2 or 3 days, because you guys felt the power of Ladybug too. You felt the connection, like that deep need to save her for whatever reason. And then the owner, being who he is, denied the offer that I made, and he wanted, the meat slaughter was $1,200 and is what they would get for her. I offered $3,000 to just be like, this is how much I have, I want her. And then he said, no, I want $9,000. And so then we came up with, okay, we'll just rescue all of his animals, all of his horses, because they're all gonna go to meat slaughter. Like, he can't sell all these. They all have individual health conditions, and he's just ignored all of them. And then he realized that, and then he started having agents come here to look at them for the meat slaughter. So you guys helped me raise the money to save all those horses, and then get Ladybug's $3,000 approved. And after that, right around that time, is when we found out that she actually was pregnant. So for many cycles we were trying to get her pregnant, and we thought we couldn't, and then she ended up getting pregnant. And so I had rescued this wonderful, beautiful soul horse, and then found out that she was pregnant with this baby. And the process of actually like covering her, having her mate with our stallion here, that was chaotic, very chaotic. Like, absolute, it's like what I would imagine chaos to look like if you would look at like the cells in actual chaotic instances, or like when a star blows up or something, like we were like all the little specks of stardust. That's how the mating thing was, because horses got loose, they were all running everywhere, we almost got trampled. Like, that was chaos. It was chaos trying to save her, and so I named the baby Chaos. And for the past 8 months, 7 or 8 months, I've loved that baby in her belly so much, and been so excited for a life with Chaos and for all the lessons that he would teach me. I knew he was a colt from the very beginning, we all did, and then yesterday I was looking at my van over here in this paddock right up there, and I saw people on the ground crying, and they called me and told me that I needed to get over there immediately. And Ladybug had aborted her 2 babies, and they were both stillborn, and they were in the field and not with us. And so what happened was, in the initial scan, she was carrying twins. Every other scan after that, she wasn't. And so it appeared that they had morphed into one, which is what often happens. But they didn't. And so Dolore, the other twin that was much smaller and more deformed, ended up dying in there. And that's what then killed Chaos. And so Ladybug, in her survival instincts, because usually the mare will die too with twins, she pushed both of them out, and she's already feeling so much better. And that's what I'm trying to be grateful for, is that she is like Ladybug again. She had been trying to tell us, and we just thought it was her condition. We thought it was wobblers. We thought it was her sassy personality being heightened with the hormones of pregnancy. But anytime I would go to touch her belly, she would snap, and she was very, very protective over it, we thought. But really, she was just very, very uncomfortable and very much in pain because of the twins, not because of her wobblers. Maybe a combination, but more so the twins. Because now it's like she's back, and I can touch her belly. I can, you know, be near her and not have her ears go flat back. And that's like when they're telling you that they're uncomfortable or unhappy. And so she's out of pain, which is really nice to see. But there's a lot of grief that comes with losing a baby horse, and also just with what we saw in the field. Like, that was very graphic, very, very, very graphic. My heart is like so heavy for moms who miscarry and who have stillbirth and who get so excited about getting to know their baby and having a life with them, and then they don't get to have that anymore. It's very heavy, and you can't understand it until you go through it, and I haven't gone through it. Like, I'm sure it's so much different with a human, but this is also like, it's so intense, and so much more intense than I would have thought, you know, losing a baby horse would be. I was really so excited about a life with him, and horses can live to be, you know, 40, maybe a little bit above 40, usually in their 30s, maybe in their 20s, it depends. But so you get a long time with them, and I was really planning my life with Chaos. So this is just heartbreaking, and what comes with it is also many lessons. And Chaos and Dolore. Dolore means pain. We named Dolore when we had seen them yesterday in the field, and that's what we were feeling. We were feeling a lot of grief, and we couldn't find like the right translation, and so Dolore means pain in Italian. And pain and chaos are inevitable in this human experience. They are what creates beautiful things. The pain and the chaos have to happen. often, for us to learn, for us to grow, for us to have the space that we need in order to become the version of ourselves that we are meant to be. And in a wide scale in society, like chaos has to happen for society to become what it needs to be. And so I'm saying that because I'm trying to hold Chaos and Dolore close to my heart and learn from them and continue to hold their legacy for the rest of time. I'm heartbroken. I'm really heartbroken. But I just wanted to share because you guys have been along this journey with me, like through and through. You're the reason why this is even happening. Why I even got to love Chaos for as long as I got to love Chaos, and Ladybug for as long as I get to love Ladybug. And like, that's what really matters, is that I get to love Ladybug for the rest of her life. She's 6 now, she's very young, and so we have a lot of time together, and for that I'm super grateful. That's just so much. Hi, baby. I know. I love you. Oh my god. Hi, baby. You heard me talking about you. No, that's coffee. You won't like that, I don't think. Hi, sweetie. Oh, I love you so much. I'm so glad you're feeling better. Yep, we'll get through this together. I don't have any more. So, thank you guys for watching and for being here for Ladybug's story and for loving Chaos and Dolore with me. Let me know in the comments something that you are grateful for right now, and anything else that you would like to share. I will read all the comments and appreciate them so much, and so will Ladybug. I'll read them too, Ladybug. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye. Oh.